Here in Memphis in the Mid-South, weather isn't just something we talk about. It's something we live through every day. And this past year reminded us of that again and again. From rare winter snow to destructive spring storms, powerful summer winds, long stretches of rain followed by a drought, and even a glimpse of the northern lights. The weather across the Mid-South showed us just how quickly conditions can change and how closely we are all connected to what's happening in the sky. We're taking a look back at the moments that shaped the year, the storms that tested us, the patterns that defined our seasons, and the events that left a lasting mark on our communities. The year began with something many people in Memphis don't see very often, a truly significant winter storm. In early January, snow blanketed the Mid-South, covering neighborhoods, highways, and city streets in white. At Memphis International Airport, more than 7 inches of snow were officially measured, one of the largest snowfalls on record for the city. For days, everything slowed down. Roads became difficult or even impossible to travel on. Schools and offices closed. Flights were canceled, and for a brief moment, the Mid-South looked and felt more like the Midwest. For some families, it was a chance to step outside and enjoy a rare major snow day. For others, it was a challenge, navigating power issues, travel problems, and lingering cold that stuck around long after the snow stopped falling.
There's a lot of snow out here, so if you have to get out, we ask that you exercise extreme caution.
Behind the scenes, crews worked around the clock to clear roads, restore access, and keep essential services running as cold air lingered well past the storm.
To have the snow come back here, it feels real good.
Where's the sled at? Where's the biggest hill?
Just a few weeks later, winter made it clear that it wasn't done yet. In February, another system brought snow and sleet to the Mid-South. This time, totals were lower, but impacts were still felt.
It's icy and snowy.
Roads became slick again, travel slowed, and once that precipitation ended, bitter cold settled in. It was another reminder that in the South, even small winter storms can create big problems, especially when the cold air sticks around. By far, the most defining weather story of the year happened in April. What began as a forecast for severe weather quickly turned into a prolonged and historic stretch of storms across the Mid-South. A very slow-moving system brought round after round of severe storms and heavy rain starting April 2nd and continuing throughout the first week of April. Rainfall totals were truly remarkable. Across the region, monthly precipitation more than doubled the normal, with nearly 15 inches of rain falling in Memphis, more than 8 inches above the average for the entire month of April. 2 separate days set daily rain records, including 5.5 inches of rain in a single day, the wettest April day ever recorded in the city of Memphis. Storm after storm triggered severe weather alerts and tornado warnings filled radar screens across West Tennessee, North Mississippi, and eastern Arkansas as storms developed and intensified. Powerful tornadoes carved paths of destruction through communities including Selmer, Tennessee, Senatobia, Mississippi, Sladen, Mississippi, and Grand Junction, Tennessee. In eastern Arkansas, Lake City was also hit hard as violent storms tore through the area, knocking down trees, damaging homes, and leaving neighborhoods struggling to recover.
The window where that gray tarp is was sucked out of the house. An 81-year-old lady was in that room, and it blew her into the living room, about 20 feet. She survived.
It's a lot. I mean, it's overwhelming, but we are working hard along with other cities, mayors that I'm so grateful for that has sent their trucks, knuckle booms, things out to help us because we couldn't have done it without them. I pray for them every second and every day. I'm so proud to be a part of a community that does support and has a lot of love and care, but it's just going to be a long time to get this devastation of this tornado put back together.
Over in Selmer, the damage was particularly devastating. A long-tracked EF3 tornado moved through McNairy County, destroying homes and taking the lives of 5 people. Other tornadoes in the outbreak contributed to multiple fatalities and injuries across the region. And as if the tornadoes weren't enough, that persistent heavy rain led to flash flooding in towns and neighborhoods that had already been soaked by earlier storms.
We've seen it over this road, blocking a lot of us, but never this high coming up on us like this.
It's a little overwhelming when you see all this water in your house and the damage done and think about rebuilding.
Creeks and rivers rose quickly. Roads turned to rivers. Water rescues were reported. Many communities received rainfall amounts during this period that would normally be expected over an entire month or more. This stretch of storms didn't just break records, it tested resilience. It was one of the wettest early season periods in years and proved how quickly conditions can go from dangerous winds to life-threatening floods. But then, almost as quickly as it came, the pattern shifted again. After an exceptionally wet spring, rainfall became harder and harder to come by. As summer faded into fall, much of the Mid-South slipped into very dry conditions. By late summer and early autumn, prolonged dry spells led to drought conditions across most of Tennessee, Arkansas, and Mississippi, even prompting burn bans in some areas as fire risk increased and vegetation dried out. Fields that were waterlogged in the spring became parched by early fall. Soil dried, streams ran low, reservoirs showed signs of strain. It was a stark contrast and a reminder that weather extremes don't always arrive with sirens or loud warnings. Sometimes the biggest impacts can come from what doesn't happen, when the rain simply stops falling. As spring gave way to summer, the threats changed once again. Strong thunderstorms brought bursts of damaging straight-line winds to the Memphis area, including downbursts powerful enough to snap poles and topple trees. In Memphis and DeSoto County, the damage was mighty, but only over a very small area. Some neighborhoods saw significant impacts from the high winds, while others nearby were barely touched, a classic signature of these summer downburst wind events. Now, these storms didn't produce tornadoes, but they served as a reminder that some of the strongest winds of the year can come from those summertime thunderstorms that develop and intensify in a matter of minutes. But not every memorable weather moment this year was destructive. In November, something rare unfolded in the skies over the Mid-South. A powerful geomagnetic storm sent energy streaming from the sun straight for the earth. And one night, the northern lights were visible right here in Memphis. For many people, it was a once-in-a-lifetime sight. Faint to the naked eye, but glowing vividly through cameras and cell phones, the aurora lit up the night sky in shades of pink and green. It was a quiet moment, a chance to step outside, look up, and witness something rarely seen this far south. It's a reminder that weather doesn't just happen around us, sometimes it comes from far beyond our planet. From snow and ice to tornadoes and floods, powerful winds, drought, and even space weather, this year showcased just how diverse and unpredictable Mid-South weather can be. Some events slowed us down, others tested our resilience, and some reminded us to pause and take it all in. What connects all of these moments is preparation, communication, and trust, the tools that keep our community informed and safe when the weather turns impactful. As we move into a new year, one thing is certain. Memphis weather will continue to surprise us. And when it does, our team will be here, tracking every storm, explaining every change, and helping you stay ready for whatever comes next.